I was willing to do what others would not. But even I overlooked these 11. Finish what I started.
Somebody asked me one time, what do you think messed up the world? So I sat down and made a list. 10 things. Some of these are going to make you laugh. A couple might make you mad. Every single one of them is true. Let's get into it. Number 10. Karens. You know exactly who I'm talking about. The folks who call the manager, call the cops, call the local news because somebody had a cookout in a public park. We used to mind our business in this country. It was a skill. Now people treat 911 like it's customer service. Somebody barbecuing is not an emergency. Leave people alone. It's free. Number 9. OnlyFans. Now hold on. I'm not judging anybody's hustle. Get your money. But let me tell you what this thing really did. It turned attention into a product. A whole generation of young women got sold a dream that the camera is the way out, and most of them are making pocket change. And a whole generation of young men got taught to pay for a counterfeit of love. $10 a month for somebody to pretend. And I keep hearing young men, mid-20s, late 20s, say out loud that they don't believe anybody has ever loved them. Not their whole life. That's not a punchline, that's a wound. When one side is renting affection and the other side is selling it, nobody in that deal ever learns the real thing. And we are all going to pay for that down the road. Number 8, you can't discipline your kids anymore without catching a charge. I grew up in a house where consequences were real. You did wrong, you knew what was coming, and you thought long and hard before you did it again. Now a child can cuss out a grown adult in the middle of a store, and the adult is the one who ends up apologizing. Then we sit around asking why these kids act like they got no home training. They got training. The training just changed. Real quick before we keep going. If you're feeling this list so far, do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe, because this channel says the stuff other folks tiptoe around. All right, back to the countdown. Number 7. The internet. Now my position on this is a little different, so stay with me. The internet itself is fine. It's the greatest library in human history. You should be able to pull up any information you want, learn anything, look up anything, any time of day. That part is beautiful. The mistake was letting everybody talk to each other. The internet was perfect when it was one way. You ask a question, you get an answer, you log off. But no, we handed every person on Earth a microphone, and it turns out most people didn't have anything to say. Your cousin watched 2 videos and now he's a doctor, a lawyer, and an economist. The information made a few of us smarter. The talking made all of us loud. Number 6. Social media. This is where the talking went professional. Somebody looked at the worst part of the internet, people arguing with strangers, and said, you know what, let's build an entire industry on that. So now it's a machine that runs on 2 fuels, your anger and your envy. You see somebody's fake perfect life, you feel bad about yours, then you read something that makes you furious and you come back tomorrow and do it all again. We did not need a comment section on the entire human experience. Pull your information and go home. That's my whole policy. Number 5, the division. Black versus white, Republican versus Democrat, men versus women, and women definitely versus men. Then we got divisions inside the divisions and teams inside the teams, and everybody's got to pick a side on everything. And to my LGBT family, I say this with love, live and let live, but can y'all ease up on the letters? Y'all are working through the whole alphabet. I'm joking, kind of. But here's the part I'm dead serious about. If somebody is not affecting your life, leave them alone. That's it. That's the whole rule. Half the problems in this world come from people who can't follow that one rule. Number 4, the it's okay to lie era. And I'm not pointing at one generation, this is all of us. Lies used to be a bad thing. You got caught in a lie, that followed you. Your name meant something. Now, lying is just a strategy. Politicians lie and get promoted. Companies lie and get bailed out. People lie online for likes. We didn't just lower the bar on honesty. We lost the bar. Can't find it anywhere. Number 3, hypercapitalism. I can only speak for America, but everything here got a price tag, and the price tags lost their minds. I read that courtside seats for a Knicks playoff game were reportedly going for $150,000. A basketball game. And we got pickup trucks in this country selling for over $100,000. And here's the kicker. Half of them get recalled. You paid house money for a truck, and they're calling you back about the brakes. Make it make sense. Number 2, what they did to cars. Now I got nothing against electric cars. One day, I might get one. But Tesla, we need to talk. They all look the same. The inside looks like an empty waiting room, and I'm from the generation that actually likes to drive. I want buttons. I want knobs. I don't want to dig through 3 menus on a screen just to turn the heat on. And these new cars doing 0 to 60 in about a second. Where's the fun? You can't peel out. You can't burn rubber. Going fast with no tire smoke sucks donkey eggs. There, I said it. Speed without the smoke is just math. And number 1, greed. Because if you trace almost everything on this list back far enough, this is what's standing there. Look, I want nice things too. I'll be honest with you. The only reason I want to be rich is to charter a flight so I can skip the airport because I don't really like people that much. But that's wanting comfort. Greed is different. Greed is having more than you could spend in 10 lifetimes and still squeezing the people at the bottom. Greed is why the tickets cost 150 grand and the truck costs 100 and your paycheck stayed the same. The world didn't mess itself up. Greed did most of the work. The rest of this list just helped. Now hold up before I get out of here. I told you this list was 10 things. I lied. There's 11. And before you get mad at me, go back and watch number 4. Lying is the norm now. I'm just moving with the times. Number 11. People can't take a joke anymore. There is a difference between somebody being hateful and somebody being funny, and we act like we can't tell the difference. We can. A reasonable adult can take a joke. Most jokes are going to offend somebody. That's what jokes are. And the idea that you would want to censor a comedian makes no sense to me, because here's the part everybody forgets. You have options. Change the channel. Keep scrolling. Walk away. Nobody is strapping you to a chair and forcing comedy on you. And before somebody calls me a hypocrite, let me tell you something. I'm black. I am very pro-black. And one of the hardest I have ever laughed in my life was at a slavery joke. Family Guy did a bit about the Underground Railroad running under the house. They pull up the floorboards, and it's a toy train going around in a circle. I had tears in my eyes. Don't you dare judge me, because funny is funny. I don't care who the joke is about. If it's funny, it's funny. The day we let the most sensitive person in the room decide what everybody else gets to laugh at, comedy dies. And a world that can't laugh at itself is a world that's already messed up, which I guess is how it made the list. That's my 11. Now I want yours. Drop the one thing you think messed up the world in the comments, because I know somebody's about to tell me I forgot something. And before you go, smash that like button and hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one. I'm out.